present over here. Uh, we welcome Mr. Kiran Bedwick, automation trainer and working in HiMech engineering. He's a certified automation trainer. Prior to this thing, he was alumni of Parul University and he was working as a professor in Parul University. So, Kiran, without wasting much of the time, I'll just hand over to you for a wonderful session.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I hope my voice is clear and I'm audible.
Yeah.
There is no distortion in my voice. Yeah, thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Ma'am, may I begin?
Yeah, definitely. Please.
Yeah, yeah. So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Kiran. It's brief introduction has been given by madam. Thank you, madam, for introducing me. Yes, everyone. Today, from the point of view, what madam has given me some concern regarding how we are handling our industry, service industries. Right now, where services are seized because of the COVID-19, we are not able to provide service to at that great level of great extent of level because of the reason of COVID-19. And but there is importance also because in many industries, just like pharmacy, even in dairy, and most of tire and various other industries, even at Parul, near Parul, Apollo is there. Apollo Industries, we are also providing service to them. They are also facing the similar situations right now, and so the problem is that we can't stop working because of the situation, but we need to be we need to be more careful right now. So keeping in mind all those things and the challenges we are facing right now, I will give you a brief introduction of that, what we have done for combating that situation right now. And also we are I will just share the brief idea about how the industry is evolving right now, and what skills you should have with you, what you should try to learn or train yourself for the to cope up with the upcoming new challenges that you will face in the industries. So I will just begin with the next slide. It's all about my introduction. So this is we are not only as a HiMech Private Limited, we are also running an HiMech Academy for the students and also for the industry personals. We almost have more than 25 years of excellency in providing automation solutions, training. Even we have panel manufacturing unit. We also program motion controls, and we automate the complete line from very scratch to the complete, make it working as needed process needs. So before going more detail into it and uh, sharing much detail about it, I will just go to the brief what we have done and what are the challenges we are facing. This is the overview what I'm going to cover in this presentation. So we are what the challenges we're facing and the methodologies, how we do it, how we combat it, and the evolution in industries and the demand about the HIME. Yeah. So right now, currently, if I think what are the challenges or what are actually I'm facing is as in service industry, the first point over here you can see the planning engineers visit is the most important point which we are actually facing it, because our work is it is not possible if we don't visit any plant or site and just automate it based on the prior information provided by the client. And also providing and addressing emergency service, that is also a major issue and major concern if it comes if there is no physical presence of an engineer at on site. Also there is a problem with the marketing team, because right now no matter how good you provide a service or how good you are at addressing the emergency situations, but marketing is very much important from the point of view if you want to run an organization. So that is also an issue with us. And the other which we are facing is most of the plant prior COVID-19 were not in operation, and to make them in operation, it's very actually we need to begin the complete process. There are very they might come across very hazardous situation if they are not following the process completely, because most of time when the plants those are running 24/7, they are not facing such kind of challenges when there is no complete shutdown of a plant. But when some of the plants during the situation were completely shut down and there was no manpower over there working, so after when they have to resume, they has to follow some safety precautions, how to restart the plant, and also they need our help because we have implemented our system to make their complete plant functional. Also, from the safety point of view, there is not only the personal safety that they are working right now with us, and also the other those are in that company which we visit, but also from the point of view the equipment safety, because in case, for example, I have written over here the VFD, variable frequency drive. If you are aware of, we generally use to control the speed of motor and to set the different modes of motor. You can't switch off VFD directly if it is switched off for specific period of time, because of their internal capacitors and the circuitry is such that if you directly restart a VFD, if it is a quite big huge big VFD, if you do it, it might be you might have some kind of situation where it might get blast. So because as you know, capacitors might blast if they are charging very sudden. So the similar case might occur if you are not taking care from the safety point of view. The customer training is again a part, because if you sell a service, if you sell a product, you have to train your customers to use it, to get them familiar with the system. If you're not doing that, it is not use, it is of not use if your customers are unable to use the system. So that was also an planning I would say a challenge for us, how to overcome it, because most of time we provide the customer training as an on the site, because in the situation we can't do it, and the office work plan and the meetings or the other challenges, because most of us were at home. As you know, we had more than a month or 2 month approximate of lockdown, so no one was able to do the physical, they were not able to physically attend the office or do meetings. And as you know, to an extent we can do it by webinar, but it is not always possible to make it more effective just rather than we meet physically. So there was, because we are not used to that platform that much, and also the current challenges were uh, indicating that we need to actually shift our planning, we have to make some planning such that we can just overcome these challenges. So these were our challenges in this, what we have faced in this situation, and how we overcome that. I will just share a brief idea, and I will just give you, it's not an in-depth part over there I have covered, but I have just given you a brief idea in this whole 15 to 20 minutes of slides. After that, we will shift to our focus on evolution of industries. So planning engineers visit, as I said, this was a major issue. One of the major issue related to it is, as an this is a major problem as in service industry, as I described here, because if you are unable to plan your engineer visit at your site, if any client site, we are unable to actually maintain our, I would say, the integrity of the solution we provide, because the quality of the solution might degrade if you are not physically attending the site, because of the reason, once you get an idea how exactly the site is, how exactly the plant is functioning, what are the problems, you need to actually physically be present over there, and observation is the most important. And from the point of that, you actually derive, take some points, you write, jot down some points, and actually make some solutions to and to address those problems, you provide some solutions. So that was not only the problem with the engineers visit for call or service call or any kind of I would say providing solution to the problem, but also the marketing team was facing the same problems. They were not able to attain the or I would say with the visit the sites during this situation. And right now also they are facing the similar problem, but we have just come up with certain methodologies, so that is right now in working, and we are finding it is more effective. There are some working methodologies we have changed, so that is also the problem, because the working methodology we are used to was in the physical presence, so again that we have to change. And the service call quality, service call means doesn't, we are not attending a call on a phone, it's not like that, it's similar to that. Just like you need to provide a visit to engineer is actually visiting a site based on the maintenance, for the maintenance purpose, or it might be some breakdown purpose or shutdown purpose. So that is what we call the service call. So that service call quality means, if you are not attending physically, so how do you assure that the service you are going to provide would be of quality one, and that will be that will actually do the actual solution, that would be then actual that you will be able to provide the exact solution in physically being absent from the site, and providing them some, I would say, guide or something like that. You need to guide them, you need to actually be more attentive to their calls on phone and mobiles to provide better solution to them. So that is what we need to assure during this. That was also a major issue. And the fast and secure solution, because right now, after the once the lockdown was lifted, or slowly it was lifted, most of the industries were allowed to function in the manner, but with some limited manpower. But problem is that our solution which we are actually making, we are providing them to make their plant more completely functional. It should be fast and it should be secure, because being fast is not the only way. Right now we work, we need to be secure, we need to be take up look up to the point what we call the safety, because personal safety, even the equipment safety, is quite important in nowadays, because you can't compromise in any of them. That is the most major point we have to focus. So these are the major issues which we are facing with all those points which I have covered. And what we have done right now with the planning engineers visit, so we worked on the planning and reform some working methodologies. I won't go in much details what we have done for that, but just you can get an idea from that. We provided the remote service on secure networks. Now what exactly this means to say, we actually used some of the tools, online tools, just like you might aware of. If you are not, you might search about them. There is some most of the tool you can you might have heard about. Team Viewer is a kind of software. There is also AnyDesk, a software which actually helps you to provide to take the AnyDesk, which is actually remotely available, or at a client side. You can actually provide the service through their laptop to the site by directly taking the access over their monitor, or I would say their CPU, directly at your desk. Just by not being the physically present, just you can be sit at your home, and you can provide your solution to them. So you need not to be physically present over there. Just you need to be more attentive during attending those, I would say, if it is a program development point of part, so it's actually you can directly, it's not required that you must be present at the plant. You can directly provide the solution based on what is the feedback of the engineer, of the company's engineer, which is present on the site. So you need not to visit directly all the time. Whenever it is possible, so sometimes you need to visit, but most of times, if you can do it, we are actually doing the remote service. We are kind of actually focusing on this. We are not going, we are not allowing our engineers, unless it is very much urgent that it is not possible to do it. Secure network means there is a possibility that one might hack your network and can make your plant completely unoperationable, or malfunctional. So you need to be take care of both of the part. So yeah, that is also an important part. Engineers training, so now that is what we need to do, because these are the new things which we were doing before the COVID-19 situation was there. But right now we need to do it for an extensively, because it is much more important. It is right now the need of time that our engineers, those who were not that much uh, aware with the platform, online platform, we need to make them more aware. So that we have done engineers training to work them with this new working philosophy. So that was an important part which we have done over here. After them calling on the web, even on the webinars, we have done their trainings, our engineers training, that is from our part. And also we have called some of them at our office, maintaining the distance and all those things, and also taking care of the safety precautions and the guidelines given by the government. Also the chart for the working hours for the engineers to keep them. Now that is very much important. You can't, if you just provide a concept called work from home, it doesn't mean you should work for 24/7. You should available for the service. It is just like that. If it is needed right now, you can just, if it is needed, you must actually provide a solution. If it is not needed, you must just provide them refreshing hours or like that. Or I would say, if you must fix the time. So we had come to a certain after discussion, having a great discussion with our management team, we actually come up to a certain chart for the working hours to decide how our engineers should be functional during the, if there are we are assigning them a work from home policy, so that would keep them fresh and agile wherever they are working, from wherever they are working and whenever they are working. So we have done that thing from our part. Now, addressing emergency services. What are the emergency services we generally face? Is that it is most of the point is the pharma companies, and other than the pharma, there are some of the major dairies and all those industries where the shutdown time can be you can't afford to be keep plant more in a shutdown, because if you do that, it won't only affect the production of the company, but it will ultimately affect the consumers at the end, that are we. So we need to take care of all those points. So we have always kept them the emergency services always based on priority, the criticality of the emergency, because some of the emergency situations might not be of that level, to the level that plant operator or engineer find out, because of they are generally not aware of the complete system, because of the reason they have not actually completely made the setup of the system by their own, but they have studied to a certain extent. So some of them we need to actually analyze. If someone says there is an emergency situation or a services they need it, so we need to actually if there are two and three emergency services at the same time, and there is no that much availability of the engineers because of the present situation, so we need to actually categorize those which are the most critical one. We address them first, and we have just made the plan for them how to prioritize. So priority, what was the base we have done it. Also the contingency plannings for the major operating plants. Pharma customers are the major customers of our service industries right now, because as you know, if they are unfunctional, if there is a malfunction in their plant right now, they are the only source of medications that we are in this situation. So we need to make them, we need to keep them functional 24/7, no matter wherever the service is needed. So we actually made some contingency plans. We have gone through what kind of breakdowns might occur, what should be the solution for the breakdowns if they occur. So we have gone through that. We have made some plans for them, also shared with the plant managers, operators also. Similarly, emergency site visit with proper safety and precaution. Also, the planning is important. As I said, safety precaution is much more, because right now, if someone says you need to visit some place which is unknown to you, you don't know what is the situation. You just rely on the information provided by the operator, the manager, or the personnel that is working over there. You can't actually rely completely on them, because you know, because he might be seeing he might be exposed to a specific department of the company. He might not be aware of the complete situation what is going through in his area. So if someone is also saying us that it is safe area, we can come, we can visit, then also we cross check with our various sources. We plan, we also provide some I would say the safety kits to our engineers before they visit, so we also take care of that. Also we provide training to our customer using webinar for the critical machine operation, maintenance and precaution. So we want that our customers might have that ability, that someone who is having that that is major important, just like in pharma plants and in some plants, there is very much important that they might have this kind of idea how to make the plant in operation in case of there is some problem in the machine, or in how to maintain the machine, and the precaution should be taken. So we have done that, providing the training, so that has reduced our on-site visit. So just by implementing this, we have actually reduced that. So that was the major risk. So how we are going to address, so this is the one of the step. And ultimately the training manuals were prepared and shared with our customer. So in case they find some problem in specific operation, plant operation or machine, they can just refer to the manual and find the uh, solution to them based on what the contingencies planning we have found. We have just uh, noted down all those information and prepared the training manual based on that. So this was the planning. So for the addressing critical emergencies, what we found in our plants, and also the plant in operation. Now the points, or the point over here, what I mean to say is, as I said, their plant were completely shut down. So now if you want to make them in operation, right now there is not a possibility that all the workers would be all the manpower or worker, the laborers you are actually using at your plant would be, or they are working at your plant would be able to come after the situation at so fast. It won't be able to resume its work. But there is importance because of the more than 60 days of being in lockdown. So there is major importance when you are starting your work. You won't want to start, and you want to actually earn something from it, because if you won't earn, then problem is that you won't be able to pay your manpower, and they'll also be suffering. So to just remove all those things, we need to plan the situation. For that, what we have done, we have provided the remote monitoring on the mobile devices for the plant monitoring. That, what I mean to say is, just like in most of our customers, they were having the SCADA system integrated over there. We have just done some major addition over there, with the free of cost, or some at some cost to some of them. And we provide them remote monitoring on their mobile device. So from their mobile device, they can actually be able to get the information, what is the performance, what is the daily outcome, I would say the production of a plant. Also, other than that, what was the how the plant is functioning, is there any major problem, issues, trends. And it was a web based solution, so they were able to access anywhere in the world, their plant. So it was a kind of solution. We found that it would be more important. But you need to be careful whenever you're providing such kind of solution. Network security is always a problem, so we can't provide all the access on the online. But to a certain range, we have given some performance data, that from where the manufacturers or the manager can see how the plant is working, and is there any need of change to be made in managing the plant, or some production process line, just like that. So web-based monitoring for the plants with the minimum workers, minimum manpowers after the post-COVID situation. That was again to make the plant in operation. Precautionary manual, as I said, for the critical machines to avoid breakdown and hazardous situation. Just as said in case of VFDs, if there's variable frequency drives in your if you are using in your plant, and if it is shut down for more than a specific period of time, you need to charge it in a specific manner, because in the way we are actually trained to do it. So we generally call the customer from our side. If he is not aware, we make a call to him. We ask him what was the amount of time that the specific device was not in operation. So based on that, we suggest him what should be done and how it should be done. If it is not possible by him, we actually tell him to send the product if it is possible at our site, so we can just do the necessary things with it, and we can actually make it we can make it functional again, and keeping all the safety points to be in mind before just making it in operation. Similarly, work from home policies were reformed for our engineers to make the effective use of time and provide support to our clients in case of restarting their plant operation. So that is a major, because see, work from home is a kind of a thing that most of would say that is much more. Some might say it is effective, some might say it is not. It is right now also debatable. But we need to, if you form a policies, and if you take care of all the as I said, refreshing your, if you should keep the employees refreshing, you should keep their, you should know that the amount of work hours you're putting over there, the burden you're assigning them, that should not be of that level. And as you know, that the situation at home is always different from the working areas, offices. So you need to take care of that thing also. So all those things were taken care in the policy when we formed. And to on that level, we are that was the solution what we thought, and what we are actually applying to some of, most of the engineers right now are at our office right now. But some of them are also not able to visit because of the situation right now over there. So they are also following this rules over there right now. So now from this last point is the safety. So from the safety point, what we have done up till now, we have sanitization of the workplace. That is very much important right now. In nowadays we are doing it on every 2 weeks, on every 2 weeks of interval. Continuous monitoring of engineers body temperature at workplace, because it's very much important right now. At least you must take the precautionary step at every entry and exit. We have paddle sanitizer machine also over there, and we actually continuously monitors, means we take the recordings. There is a, at the reception, there is assigned one of the person who takes their temperature at a safe distance from them, note it down, and from the based on whatever the allowed value is coming, if it is in the range, then we are actually allowing an engineer, or else we give him some isolation uh, place. We have made some isolation areas at our offices, so we actually divert them to those areas. And also work from home policies for those who are red zone right now. Also introduce no visitor policy, allowed only in case of urgency, because this in this situation you can't afford to be in a way that you have much more visitors at your place, so you need to be more careful. Also mandatory to use pedal sanitization machine at every entry and exit point, because we have different entry and exit points at our offices. So for that reason we have kept a pedal sanitizer machine, a sanitizers machine, so from there we can just sanitize his hands, and at the same time he can just be more take this precaution. This is a mandatory precaution one has to take. Again, there is no hands-on based training for travelers at our training center. So we were doing it because there, as I said, HIMAC has a HIMAC academy as a training center. So we are making this more we're providing hands-on based training to various, not only the students, but also various industry personals. So in this case we have actually right now we are not taking no any training for the travelers, those are coming from very far or they are not reliable for a specific reason, so we are not allowing that. The safety shields, glasses and gloves were for the engineers visiting sites, we have provided that. And also we had a major scheme of no LWP now. Let sorry So now let me just this teachers would be more aware of what is LWP. To employees suffering from corona, in case this is just a leave without pay is an option for every industries, I would say every functional organization to do it. Last option for the employee, in case if they are suffering from some case, in case right now in corona, in case of corona, what we have done, if they are suffering from corona, we are actually giving providing them leave without we are paying them if they are also taking a leave, and there is no need to uh, use their own leaves. We are actually providing the additional leaves from the company. It is what we have done. There is no leave without pay option, so this is also a major plus point which we have done from the safety point. We don't want our employees to be always be under a threat, so that they won't be able to work with the freedom they want. There has to be responsibility is important, but freedom is also important to an extent if you are working in your workspace. Provided we are leave to the employee if they are showing any symptoms similar to COVID-19. So there is no so we are also if he feels, if specific individual feels that there is a need of there is some symptoms that he finds similar to the COVID-19. So in this case he's actually, if he is free to take a leave without any prior notice to us. Also self declaration form is mandatory to be filled by the every employee on the weekly basis. So we are doing that on every Monday at every start of a week. The self declaration is formed to be filled by each and every person, from the highest post to the lowest, still each one of them. Similarly, Corona Kavach policies for each employee of the company. We have taken this policy for each employee working in our company. So in case if he suffers, he don't have to suffer from the economic point of view. So we are taking care of that. And private vehicle facility for the employees who were using public transport. There are some of the employees. There is also a plant panel manufacturing unit at our GIDC. So at GIDC, we are actually some of them are coming from very far place, so they were coming by public. They were using public transport. So in now in this case, we have made an arrangement of private vehicle, which allows certain numbers of employees to use that, and they can use it and they can enter the facility. So that is what we have done from the safety point. So this is how, from the safety point, we have taken care. This is how we have combated the problems which we are facing. And last is the customer training and the office work and the meetings. What we have done, the webinar design for the customer training, that as I mentioned over there. Special manuals were prepared to handle emergency situation occurring during the plant operation and shared with the customer. That is the point we have taken. There is one more important thing, that is a predictive maintenance training through live webinar. What is the predictive maintenance? At every plant in operation, there is some chance that that machine or process might malfunction if there is some problem in the functionality of sensor or the actuator over there. So if there is problem with the sensor or any actuator in this field, so what should be your action for that? So there is a predictive maintenance training which we have done through live webinars with our customer to overcome those kind of situation. We have done weekly meeting. Now weekly meetings we are actually conducting at our office. So weekly meetings in the with the office personals, by maintaining social distancing norms and sanitization of the meeting room is always done, because as you know, if you are doing some work with the 80 or 100 employees, you need to be you have some departments over there, you need to actually coordinate with them. At least they might have some weekly meeting in case if they want to share, if they want to share the performance, if you want to monitor the performance, that is important. So that we have not avoided, we have actually kept the weekly meeting, but we have maintained those new norms which we need to prevent for the spread of the virus. Also, we have avoid unnecessary crowding or congregations in the office or at workplace. So if there is no need to, if there are certain festival, or there might be in case a reason to create crowd, we are not actually doing that, and we are also taking a strict action if there is such things happening against any against the responsible person. Also, no employee or visitor are allowed without mask, so you can't enter at our facility. Or if you want to enter, if you visitor want to enter, not only the employees, they also has to wear the face mask. And strict action is taken if anyone is breaching of the safety guidelines found at departmental and management level. So that is what we have done. This is all about the things which we have done over this. So up till now, these are the points. So these are what the challenges we were facing, and this is how we try to overcome to here. Right now, these are all these points are not the points to be mentioned at in front of you in the PPT, but we are also we are functioning on these points. We are actually keeping in mind all those things, policies, and these are important for us to keep in mind. And also we are practicing this because you need to practice. It's a kind of habit. Every thing come with by practicing, so you need to practice. So if any case, if I'm finding myself, as in we are doing the self analysis, am I breaching any one of them? So we need to take care, because it is not from the point of view to keep the organization functional, but also to keep ourselves healthy, and also our family to be taken care in this situation. So we are taking care all of these points during our work in our work areas, and also if you are doing some site visit. I hope these are the points clear. So now here I will conclude this session, and I will come up to the next part of my presentation, that is about the evolution of industries. So what exactly this is all about, what we have done up till now. We are working as an industry, as a service industry, where we are providing a solution to our customers based on for the automating their plant. So automating means it might be from very scratch, where you need to build up your from the foundation machine to you need to make it functional, you need to design the process, and then need to make it automation, then need to automate the complete plant. So it should be functional in a way you might have production 24/7 without any interruption, with more efficiency and quality. So now to do that, uh, I have not discussed all those in detail over here, but I will just describe you how the industry has evolved to this year. Right now, we are in 2021, and this is how the industry is right now. You are looking, if you are stepping in into the industry, you will find the last the part I will discuss over here. Most of you will be are familiar with the word, so I will just not keep much suspense into it. I will just reveal what I'm going to discuss. It's the industrial revolution. So if you want to if you say, if I say industrial revolution, most of you say yes, it's quite fine, it's normal term, I know what revolution is. But to make us clear demarcations between what exactly how the industrial revolution is progressing, where we are heading, and what exactly how it is classified, to an extent we can understand from where we have started and where we have landed and where we have to go. So it's just like we can say we have three questions, from where we have started and where we are going and where we have to go. So it can be, if it can be viewed in parts for clear understanding. Right now I have made this, like, the first revolution is the industry 1.0. We also call it industry 1.0. It's generally based on the steam power generation and all those things. And the next was the industry 2.0, which was on the mass production. It was possible, and also electricity was a major revolution over there at that time. And the third industry 3.0 was about the electronic and IT system, the automations on over which we are actually working right now. We are also providing the solution based on the industry 3.0. But we are not only this is the industrial 3.0 is not the current phase. It is the phase which is there right now in the market, you will find. But they all are upgrading to what we call industry 4.0. What 4.0 or 4.0 is, the cyber physical system. So I will just for an overview what a cyber physical system means. There are hardwares and the softwares coming in a part in such a way that you are able to access a plant remotely from wherever you are, and you can actually find your important data without being in a physically present in the plant. Because of the only industrial 4.0, I would say 4.0, we were able to provide certain solutions to our clients, which help them to overcome the loss they were actually facing at this point. Okay, I will just go to the next slide. So this is industrial 1.0. So when did it begin? So industry 1.0 was in 18th century over there, which uses the steam power, and the mechanization of the production was there. Actually, what exactly happened when the steam power were used before being steam powered used in the industry? There were all the works were done with the help of using laborers or the manpower to do the work physically. So we are all relying on the muscle power. So at that time during industrial 1.0, who were the heroes? If you say who are the heroes, those who have six packs and a big muscles, we call them as a hero, because they were the only persons that would be able to make a plant functional. So those were the heroes at that time. And so what this is the steam power. When steam power begins, so when the steam power begins, so all the muscle power was not needed. So instead of that, steam engines were used. Also apart from that, we also increased the productivity. Because of that, the productivity of the plant was increased, because a human might get exhausted to an extent. Machine also get exhausted, that's a different part, but they are more capable than us, because we have made them in that way. uh, so in this case, when the productivity, it results in the increase in the productivity. At the same time, the development of the steamship, steam powered locomotive brought the further massive changes, because of the human good and human transport was much more easy at a greater distance. So business flourished. I would say at that time business were flourished. Most of them were planning. Their planning has changed, management has changed completely. Viewing the scenario was completely changed at that time. So this is what industrial revolution, industry 1.0, has brought to a system. So from where the human were relying on six pack ab and big muscles, they had to rely on the steam powered engine, because they were much more powerful than that. uh, and after that we come to this industry 2.0. So was it enough? What was the problem with the industry 1.0? Why the industry 2.0 come into the picture? The major what exactly industry 2.0, who laid the actually foundation? It was the Henry Ford, first of all. Sorry. Yeah. So Henry Ford took an idea of the mass production, where he, as we are aware of the Ford vehicle, similarly he has led the foundation of this Ford, and that was the Henry Ford who made and who come up with an idea that we can do a mass production of a system by keeping instead of doing the individual working on an individual line, we can make a complete line of a system by using some conveyor belt scheme or any of the scheme. So he actually revolutionized the whole idea, I would say, the idea of working on an individual machine. He has just revolutionized the whole idea by making them in a chain. I would say he just bonded them in a chain, so that in this case we would say the productivity increases. So it was just an idea, and also the introduction to the electricity. So that was the point where the electricity also invented. So that electricity came into the picture. Also the ideas were revolutionized the whole part, and that is has given led to the foundation of the birth industry 2.0. So over here there was a mass production car. The car station are the most important, I would say. There are major examples of those time, and also you would see the power generations, and also some mass production lines were there. So this is all the part that is what we have achieved in industry 2.0. It was not the major change in the 2.0 was the from the steam powered engine we have shifted to the electricity powered motors, but they were also still in developing stage at that time, and they had developed till the beginning, before the beginning of the industry 3.0. So what exactly 3.0 means? So before taking much time, I will just describe. So industry 3.0, the third revolution, it begins almost in 70s, in the 20th century, through partially automating using the programmable controllers and computers. So exactly what does it means to say, whatever the we are thinking right now, that we are actually working on 8051, we are working on some microprocessor, microcontroller, or we are working on some PLC. The idea that the programmable controllers and has been laid during the industry 3.0 itself, they were developed to an extent that we had that level of controller present at that time also, that we were able to completely automate a plant. Then there is no need of even human intervention when we are completely automating a plant. At that level was the industry 3.0. So even this is an example how this is the first PLC, what we call the Modicon PLC. It's 184. This is the first commercial PLC which was in functional at that time, and the robots were also made in functional at that point, and they need some human assistance, or they might not need any human assistance. So that was a kind of technology which comes under this 3.0. This is what we say whenever someone says what is the industry 3.0. So you must be clear that automation was on also that was the foundation, that was a part of 3.0. And this just I would say the upgradation of 3.0, it's not a change, completely change what 4.0 or industry 4.0 says. It's just an upgradation of industry 3.0. So just keeping not much suspense, it's just simpler. What industry 4.0 is, as I said, it's cyber physical space, cyber physical production system. What does it mean to say? That actually not only connecting the field equipments means it might be a robot, it might be an actuator, it might be a robot, anything that are all are connected by a one system, what we call the IoT, or the Internet of Things, or I would say a cloud. What is a cloud? Actually, cloud is not that gives us a rain, that is the one, that is the one of kind of cloud. But there's another kind of cloud which we call the digital cloud. That digital cloud, actually, it's kind of computer system that we can access it from anywhere by keeping all the networks on a secure side. So that is what IoT, that brings an integration of the complete field system with the devices which are remotely can access and can even monitor the plant, in spite of being physically present or connected with the wires over there. So this is what exactly cyber physical system means. So this is what 4.0 has led to. So 4.0 is just, we can say, the IT, the communication, information and communication age. So this is the age where the communication and the information technology has brought the industry to a new level, and that is what we call the industry 4.0. So in this case, you will find, when we started at industry 1.0, before that, human power, muscle power was more important. If you want to make the things functional, they were, I would say, there were more handsome men before industry 1.0, and right now industry 4.0, there are more intellectual guys rather than the handsome one. Also, I would say, yeah, some of them are right now also keeping their health good, so it's quite a good thing. And also we need to take care right now in COVID-19 situation. So this is what industry 4.0 means. So from where we started, it was a steam powered engine, then the electricity comes into the picture and the mass production lines, and then it comes to an automated system, that's industry 3.0, and then we are leading to the age of information and communication. So information and communication age is, that is the only reason that we have come up to the industry, we are switched to the industry 4.0. And right now we are actually, not all the plants present in the current situation you will find they are using industry 4.0, but we are actually providing, we are actually upgrading plants, those who are already working in industry 3.0 to industry 4.0. We are providing situation solutions to them, how they can use it, how this can help them to achieve their goals in a proper manner. Even they can increase the productivity and be more functional. So this is all about industry 4.0. So what does it suggest also, that at that right now at in the that industry 4.0 is right now being implemented in all the plants. And also it's a future that you will come when you will step into the industries, you will find it is right now they are using certain kind of technologies that you are not aware of, because it might be that you might have not be aware of them, or you might not refer to those kind of notions, or I would say the technologies prior were learning in universities or somewhere else. So for this case, what I suggest is that if you are aware of this case, for this various, there are various, I would say, you can go to even youtube. There are very good channels, you can just search about it, you can get more knowledge about it. Because no matter what base of engineer you are, it doesn't mean that there is we should become an IT engineer, because that is what it is the future. IT is just a part that integrate all the levels of the all the ground levels to a cloud level, I would say like that. But ground level, if there is some problem, if there is not functional, how would we expect that at from cloud that at cloud level, I would say at IT level, at that much layer, that would be more effective? It won't be any useful one. So in this case, all the engineers are important. I would say industry 4.0 has actually said that, I would say, in my words, that actually it says that all the engineers are more important, but problem is that there is no job for the semi skilled one. You need to be more skillful. Because even I am also an electrical engineer, I was also a professor as university, I was also taught students. But what I realize is that what we are teaching, what we are studying, is a kind of knowledge that is it's functional. It's not that it's not functional, but it has been upgraded to a level, to an extent, when it comes to application in industries. So we need to attain those seminars, I would say. You must attain trainings, you must take all those things. There are various training houses, there are various system houses who are providing internship based on they're charging or not charging, all that I'm not aware of that. But uh, and all those things, what will it will happen, you will actually add it to the knowledge you already have gained during your study time, I would say during your time in your university. So what is their scope? Is there any scope in industry automation? And is there any way we can upgrade ourselves? So as I said, the progress of automation has brought both benefits and challenges to the larger society, because 100 years ago the society was not that much bigger. Population is a problem. We have to we can't address it in one single way. Corona may, but we can't. So in this case, uh, automation often reduces the cost. As we know, the societies are growing larger, so for this case automation has come into the picture. So automation often reduces the cost and improves the output, both in terms of quality and quantity. What is needed is quantity right now, but quality we can't compromise. So for maintaining both of them, automation has become the heart of the industries. And other than that, if we properly apply to this automation system, it actually frees the worker from unpleasant, tedious and hazardous job. You no need to be over there. You can actually avoid those kind of situations where there is a problem with the personal safety. So we can automate those plants. Also, robots are programmed to do perform dull, repetitive tasks, to assembly lines and to load and unload heavy objects. So, don't, as I said, there is no need to you need not to be in muscle power. You need not and muscle power in this line. So, robots are that much capable of doing it. And in spite of its all beneficial effect, what I would say, just like I will mention the point once again. This increase in automation has caused a serious problem for the workers in manufacturing plants, because of the reason, so, there is a restructuring of the industries. If there was previously someone working on a specific plant which was operational on a manual basis, and we are automating it, so it is completely different and it is restructured for the personnel who was working over there. So it actually upsets the workers who has toiled in decade, who has toiled for decade in this semi-skilled job. So what it means to say is that he actually has gained some mastery over a period of time, but right now those mastery of no use, because those all jobs has been gone because of the automation of plant. So should we say that automation is bad for us? No, as I said, there is no role, there is no space for the semi skilled job. You need to be more skillful, and for that, as I said, you need to upgrade. So there are specific jobs, there is work in the industries, but problem is they don't need the one who has that don't have that level of skill, because you can't wait for much time, you can't train your people to an extent, because of the need of the industry. As I said, the societies are growing larger, and 100 years ago there was much less population to till now today we have now, and it will again increase. So what does it suggest? So, at the time, when the time advances, the industries are not actually automating that they are getting more profit is the one thing they will do it, but right now that is not, it will become the necessity to meet them the challenges of larger society, not the demand. I would say it would not be a demand of industry, but it will just become a necessity. If they don't upgrade themselves, they won't survive, and they won't be able to satisfy the needs of the larger society. So for that purpose, as I said, there is no job for semi skilled jobs are right now slowly and gradually are taking are going away. The skillful ones has to be gained. Now how to gain the skillfulness? As I said, you can go to various industries, you can do internships, you can take trainings, even you can even nowadays various universities are taking up taking those as a challenge for them, and they are actually upgrading the students skills to at that level. So that is very much important. So to that extent they are doing. So therefore, as I said, the need of time is for engineer to upgrade their knowledge and skill, and hence that will help to contribute society in a greater way. So that is important. You need to, this is the need of time of all our as an engineer, to upgrade our knowledge and skills. So I hope that is very much you have got an idea where the scope of automation is and where we have to go, what are the opportunities. So once if you have those kind of things, where you'll find this automation, where this automation is being used. So as automation as an industry, it's very huge and well playing. So as I said, it's suffering from the lack of skilled engineer, the first major point. That is the only reason we are unable, even we are also unable to recruit some of the engineers because of this unskillfulness. So if you equip yourself and well such that and deploy on a project as soon as recruited, so that will be an useful engineer. So anyone, if you are also having some company, you will only recruit to those engineers or those employees those who will be able to give you more productivity as soon as you employed them. So that is what's the major important point, as I said, yourself such that you can be deployed on a project as soon as you are recruited. You will carry a great value. That is a major thing. Now where you will find your opportunities, that is OEM and SPM manufacturers, that is original in equipment manufacturers or special machine manufacturers. These are the manufacturers where they make the complete plant or process. I would say they make a small machines for the plant, which gives some output. For example, it might be a textile plant, which from one end the paper goes and it converts into some other, I would say the quality of fabric, it's quality of paper, or I would quality of fabric. It might be some paper industry, then paper, a textile industry, then it might be a fiber, or steel industry, it might be some steel grade. So they SPM and OEM manufacturers make those machines, which is completely running on the, this is relying on the automation. And they actually make those machines where they convert the, they actually have that complete process to be done on specific material involved in a spares of machine, and they're assembling that machine. So those kind of machine is being sold to various manufacturers, I would say various plant, so that OEM and SPN manufacturers come into the picture. They're the major, I would say, the part they are handling this kind of I would say automation. They are using automation to a great extent. Now system integrator and product channel partner, I am one of them. I am working in a system integrator and product channel partner. We are the Siemens authorized solution partner, and we are also system integrator. So we actually, in case if you have already purchased a plant, if you are not automated it and you want to upgrade it, so we come into the picture. And there's a parent product company, the same company which is that now Siemens is a parent product company for us, so that is also doing the automation, so you can go for there. Automation solution companies, there are certain one of them, manufacturing company, process industries, and the IT industries. So these are some of the opportunities you will find that automation engineers will find in this case. So basically on your current domain, it might be hardware or software, you should look for brushing or technical skills, specifically in embedded system, electrical engineering, and basic programming skills if you want to be an automation engineer. From the mechanical and machine point of view, they are useful right now, but they are more useful in process industries, I would say. So this is what opportunities are there, and this is how you can grab the opportunity. So I have tried to cover, tried my best to come up with those. So I will just it's a short, at the end I'm concluding part. So it is just about the HIMAC Academy, which we handle at as an HIMAC Private Limited. So we also offer various automation trainings to students. We also conduct online webinars. So this is all the kind of trainings we also provide to this industry, as we are also the channel partner solution provider. So we had a great exposure. We actually provide those kind of training to the students which are actually applicable in the industry, because we are providing those kind of solutions to my uh, 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 to all our clients. So that is what we say, the basic and advanced as a foundation course. We have PLC visualization comes under the DCS, I would say the PLC, HMI, SCADA under them, your DCS, VFD, communication, even electric panel. So these are the courses, and the basic and advanced level we generally recommend those courses to an student, those who have completed their diploma, or those who have completed at least 2 years in or 1 year in engineering. To an extent, we take allow them specific kind of training. We also, we our most of the major customers, we are providing them training customers, as I said before, Amul, and even Apollo Tires or near Parul, and even we have Creton and various others. There are even out of India and in India and out of Gujarat also. So these are various customers. We also provide not only the training but the solution as a combined package to them. So I hope this is very this is clear. I won't advertise it much more. It's just for your information, students, if you are want to, if you are interested. And this is all about our training class. I am also sitting right now in the training room itself. I'm giving your webinar, but this is the where the students sit. These are various kits. We practice on VFD. We have panel trainings. This is the PLC panel over there. There's the, they are practicing. This is a VFD, a kind of VFD. There are various other VFDs right now. I won't be able to capture all the things. We also have the project functioning over here, so you also make those things happen. So I hope this is clear. And if you want to reach us, I have also have some free lectures. You can actually go to our HiMac Academy YouTube page. You will find some free lectures over there on industry automation, and you can actually watch them. You can also able to some of the parts from the foundation course. Just let me get back from the foundation course. You will found in the YouTube videos. They are free to access. You can go, you can access them at whatever time you're free. So that is on a HiMac Academy at the YouTube. You can also follow us on HiMac Private Limited on Facebook and HiMac Academy on Instagram. So that is my number. You can actually call me. My name is Kiran. I will again repeat it. So I hope this is clear. And in case of any question you might ask, or I would say I'm more clear. I was no clear. Okay. So if in case of any question, please let me know, students, or else we might conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiran.
Yeah, ma'am.
It was a wonderful session. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Looking forward to have many more sessions from your side.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Bye. Take care. Yes, students. Please. Just you can contact me, you can message me. I would recommend just go to Hammock Academy YouTube channel. You would find some free courses for you. There is no need to subscribe my channel. You can just go visit and you just enjoy the videos. If you wish, you can just contact me in this case. Contact details you would find at the Hammock Academy page also. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So